Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my space. If you're here for the first time, thank you for clicking on the video. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and share it to everyone. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. So today I am going to tell you guys about how we relocated from Dubai to the UK. If you've been following my channel, you know that I used to live in Dubai and then we relocated January to the UK through the study route. So if you're planning to relocate to the UK through the study route, I'm going to tell you about how we did our own, the steps that we took, and probably the timeline. So stay tuned, stay watching. So when we were planning to relocate to the UK, that was last year, we started applying. I applied to about 5 schools. I applied to University of Bedfordshire, University of Lancashire. I applied to London Metropolitan. I applied to University of Greenwich, and then I applied to Manchester Metropolitan. I also applied to Bedfordshire, if I had already mentioned that. That was about 5 schools, and I applied to these 5 schools in July last year. Now, when I was applying in July, because the timeline was very close to September, so I was not applying for September intake, I was applying for January intake. So you have to decide if you want to travel in September or you want to travel in January. So since I had already decided that I wanted the January intake, then I applied in July. I remember, I think it was about July 15 when I was applying for the admission. After applying to these 5 schools, I got admission into 3 of them. I got into University of Greenwich, and then I got admission into the school that I currently am now, which is University of Central Lancashire. And then I also got admission into London Metropolitan. I did not get admission to the Manchester Metropolitan. I also did not get admission to University of Bedfordshire. So those 2 I didn't get. I got 3 admissions. All were conditional offers, and I was supposed to meet those conditions. There are different kind of conditions that you need to meet depending on the school. For some schools, I was supposed to pay a certain amount of school fee deposit, and for some other schools, I was supposed to just send a reference letter, and for others, I was supposed to submit my original certificate or something. They had different conditions that I was supposed to meet, and all of them also had a condition of paying a tuition deposit, but they had different amount. Like the University of Greenwich, they told me to pay about £4,000, and that was it. I was supposed to meet only that condition. And then for my school, the one I chose, I was supposed to send a reference letter from either a professional or academic reference letter, and then I was supposed to pay 50% of the tuition fee as deposit. And then for London Metropolitan, I was supposed to send my certificate and then pay tuition deposit. So for University of Greenwich, I really wanted to choose the University of Greenwich, but what happened was I missed the deadline to pay the tuition deposit, and that's how I lost that admission. And then I still had time to pay for this school that I chose, and then I paid for the tuition deposit. I sent the reference letter. I got reference letter from my company, and I sent it to them. And then I got the unconditional offer. So once I got the unconditional offer, I had to start. I waited for CAS, and then I got my CAS. My timeline was very, very tricky, very near, because I paid the tuition deposit around like it was very close to the deadline, and then I think that was about end of November, and then I had only the month of December to process my visa and then travel in January. So by the time I paid the tuition deposit and got my CAS, I had 1 month left to apply for my visa. And then when CAS came, I applied for my visa and then waited. I did pay for priority service, and then within 1 week, it took more than 5 days. Priority service was supposed to be 5 days, but it took more than 5 days. I think the visa came out on the 7th day, and after that we just bought tickets and then we started planning to relocate. As you all know, that relocating from one country to another is a very difficult thing, and then we had a very short time to get prepared. So we just managed anyway. We just managed to arrange our things, start selling properties, and then we relocated finally to the UK in January. Starting from the school application up to the visa application, you can literally do everything by yourself. You do not need an agent to do them for you. But if you think that you cannot do it and you want to use the services of an agent, then please go ahead and do so. But for me, I did my school application myself. I also did my visa application myself, and they are super easy. All you have to do is just, when you start applying, follow the instructions and then upload all the documents that is required of you. For the school application, well, all the documents I used was my transcript, my result, the certificate itself, and then transcript, and then CV, and your statement of purpose. Those are the only things you need to apply for the admission, and then just wait for admission to come. And then for visa, they have a list, they have a document list that you're required to upload after you apply for your visa. It's super easy for you to do it by yourself. For those of you who are planning to come in September, you can do it. And if you know me personally, you can ask me any question along the line when you're applying for all of these, and I can assist you because I did mine by myself. But if you want to use the services of an agent, please go ahead and do so. When you apply for your visa, you have to also do a tuberculosis test depending on where you are applying from. For me, since I applied from Dubai, I did not have to do any tuberculosis test because it's not in the list of the countries who are supposed to do them. And all we had to do is just apply, then go set appointment for biometrics. We went there, we gave our biometrics, and then we just waited for the visa to come out. And once the visa came out, we were ready to travel. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer them for you. And if you have watched this video up until this stage, thank you so much for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up, share it to other people, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so, and see you in another video.